I think from the very beginning we wanted to create a very distinctive visual style, a visual style that was just different to all of the other police procedurals we'd ever seen before.
Part of the thing we talked about with Broadchurch at the beginning was it had to look more beautiful than anything, and it had to sound better than anything. And we had sound design and a really amazing composer, and we talked about it should be an incredibly immersive experience.
James Strong set a style that was really quite beautiful and lyrical in a way that I don't think thriller drama had been. I think everyone was sort of into fast cutting, everyone was sort of dark and bleak. Sort of David Fincher's Seven was still a massive influence on thrillers. And what we did is we said we want it to be beautiful blue skies. We want it to not necessarily look like a holiday, but you want it almost an advert for West Bay.
This amazing location here in West Bay became the first kind of thing that we decided upon, that the landscape would be a character in the piece. And crime has a kind of a darkness to it, and we wanted this to be a terrible crime that happens in a beautiful place. And so like a shot where you have the beautiful shimmering ocean and then it pulls focus to the barbed wire, that just again juxtaposes this beauty with the kind of sense that there's something amiss and there's something not quite right.
I think in a contemporary series, costume design is always underrated. And we wanted somebody in a contemporary show who can deliver costume that you don't notice unless you specifically need to.
Ray Holman, the costume designer, is absolutely a bedrock of the show. You know, you look at Hardy and Miller, you look at David's, the raincoat, you look at Olivia's two-piece suit, if you like, in the first series, and she still wears it now, and those are completely iconic costumes that Ray created. He managed to do the impossible. He reinvented the police genre and found things like Olivia's orange Mac that she wears in the first series. Olivia stood in this field in the dark, and the only thing you can see is this little orange Mac she's wearing, and that is just utterly unforgettable.
I know every character. I know where they're going to, where they're coming from. Whenever a script comes in, I'm thinking about each character separately and continually until they're wearing the right thing.
It was an absolutely deliberate decision to put Jodie in a dress that would stick out. This bright speck of red that was just always moving and you could pick it out.
I wanted her to feel unique. It showed every single awful, emotional, racking kind of movement of her body.
He always, right from the beginning, I remember vividly, came in and said she needs to wear a red dress so that we notice that moment and it's significant. And we didn't use much red elsewhere in the series, actually. Those conversations are crucial, actually, but then the audience shouldn't really notice them. I think that's what's important. You shouldn't really notice the craft, you should just experience the visual elements in it.
Chris Chibnall had a very clear idea of the sort of music he wanted to use, and he put about 3 names forward of composers we should talk to. One of whom was a guy called Ólafur Arnalds from Iceland.
His music has such heart and soul, and I think that's what we all responded to. The visual scale of the world is echoed by his incredible heartbeat music. He gives you emotional music, rhythm. He can give you all of that stuff, that range, but it always feels poetic and truthful. And honestly, we cut to his music, really. It's an absolutely crucial part of the show.
New technology in Series 3, there are some shots we can do in Series 3 that we couldn't do in Series 1. So the opening and the closing shots of the whole series are done with drones, which just enable us to move at a different level and a height and to take in vistas in a different way. What's been exciting is to keep reinventing the show narratively, emotionally, format-wise, visually, musically. It's an evolving show, it's not a fixed format. For it never to repeat itself and for it to feel like it's a cross-section of a life, and so we used sort of everything and kept challenging ourselves.